committing to the bit now. We're committing to the Power Rangers bit. In fact, how much can I commit to the bit? How possible is it to commit to the bit? Let me just double check. Let me just check commitment levels. How much commit can you put to this bit? Does it work? Will it accept this? No, it does not accept. I cannot put Latin characters, unfortunately. So it's so rename the ship to something relative and relative? Yeah, sure, why not? Relevant, that's the word I was looking for. Relevant. Ah. I'm going to begin, because I know people are in chat. Last time, before we committed to our Super Sentai bit, we rescued the last remaining members of Task Force Alpha, and with their help, we grabbed the coordinates of the Phasmid home system, which I'm assuming is the last stretch of the game. There's not much more to unlock research-wise. I'm assuming we're in the last stretch of the game, which is weird considering we never even met you. I'm assuming we'll find you now. And what are you in? You are advanced Phasmid beam fighter with stronger shields and a weapon. Okay, so you're a beam fighter. Hey, Pro Yellow, how's it going? I can remember who's who now. If I'm going to commit to the bit, I got to remember who's who. Yeah, Pro Yellow Rook. We are, of course. Yep, we've committed. We are now. We've committed to the bit. We are now Power Rangers. So we are Uchujoin Puro Ranger. Space Crew Pro Ranger. Let's put Pro Black at the back. Let's put Pro Cyan over here. Pro Black can grab that. Thing with that again. Put off over there. Back to your gun. Everyone else is in position. Titanfall 2 is awesome. Titanfall 2 is a really good game. I genuinely really enjoyed that game. I played it on PS4 and I had a great time with it. We had to launch. Let's explore the beta quadrant, I guess. Front guns, you don't need you right now. Right. Everyone's got backup power. Fantastic, which means our EMP works beautifully. Let's head via the fastest route. PC is better. I got it for free on PS4, so it was on PS Plus. So. But it's still pretty good. I could wall run and shoot as well. Cold being used to using a controller. Right, moving forward, yes we are. I didn't even bother checking the map, see how far everything is. How are we doing? Standard is... Is incoming? Yes, they are. Oh, so ST is on. Fair. Right, let's head over that way for the time being. Right. Fires on everybody. Get the kills, come on. I still think you should use that something cool, because in the massive wave of current DMCA strikes, playing not game music is clearly the smart choice. You are free to play whatever music you want in the background. I am limited to what's in the game at the moment. Oop, let's go back to defensive. Might as well wait for them to fight it out before they get here. Okay, how long was that? Is that a 6-second charge? No, 1 minute, 6-second charge. That makes more sense. I keep expecting, come on, actual, like, important, whatchamacallit, aces? Come attack us now. Oh, you guys are missing your shots a lot, aren't you? Okay, you are the new sort of, gunship. Extra heavy gunship? I guess. There we go. Last one, I think. Yep. Clear. Hop in. Eric, go quickly take a break in your speedy boots. So far, though, pretty nascent. Pro blue, repair that, please. Jump. Jump. Upper jump, engage. Where are we going? Two objectives over there, okay. The defensives. We have a nice amount of evasiveness off the bat, which is quite tasty. Right. Our focus fire isn't quite up, but it will be up about now. Focus fire, focus fire, fire, focus fire. Don't forget to tag fighters, not my job anymore. That's purely Makos's job. Defensively flying? No, we're on patrol at the moment. I'll get over to there first, then I'll switch to defensive flying. Give it a listen. Like I didn't... Yeah, of course I gave it a listen. I don't need to. I know it's good. Let's get our shields back. Let's go defensive for a little bit. Get our shields back. Once our shields are back, we will leave evasive piloting. Shields are almost back. Just the defensive. Oh, shields are back in just enough time. That's pretty good. Your targets, please. Yeah, go. There you go. Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, bomber at the back. Bomber in the back. Yeah, you are hitting that. Good. Wasn't sure. What's more headbanging material? It all kind of melds into one for me. I just put it all in like on shuffle when I listen to it. All good. I don't understand what's people's thing about must pick a favorite. Just enjoy stuff. You know, just let people enjoy things and enjoy things yourself. I can never answer like what's your favorite questions. Like what is your favorite game? What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite anime? It's like I don't sodding know. I know what I enjoy and I know what I don't enjoy. Are we still flying? You are still flying, you're just standing still on top of us. Relatively, we're exactly the same. Thank you. Right. Go ahead and drop our... I'm assuming you're carrying a thing. You are, okay. You can't not hull war. What the hell's hull war? Good, everything nice and tasty. Charge, charge, and jump. Holy War. Screw Holy War. Are we just dropping? Yeah, we are just dropping the thing. Okay, so let's flex. Procyon. Pop off the probe, please. You're gone. Gone. Out. Head back home. Really quick, really simple. Fairly simple. Back out now, that'd be nice. Oh, hello. We got friends. Right, in which case. Offensive. Focus fire, focus fire boost. Focus fire. Might as well call in some support while we're here. Let's have some fun. Boost. Max out everything. Inspirational speech while we're at it. I'm doing Resident Evil 3 on Saturday. Depending how quick that goes. Oh, that was quick. I was expecting more out of that. Depending how quickly that goes, I might add in. Yeah, the remake. I was thinking at some point, maybe not this weekend, but at some point I want to do Fear as well. Original Fear. The original Fear. Because that's a really good game. Hopefully it still is as good as I remember it. I'm not great with spooky games though, which is a big issue. Do you know if does it work well on modern PCs? That's my biggest problem. Is like, is it going to work okay on a modern PC, or are we going to have issues? That's my only like worry. Why did Flex not? Because I like the game so much that I wouldn't want to have a weird experience with it. If you know what I mean? I wouldn't want to be like, oh nope, you don't get it anymore. So that would suck. It would suck to like have such a good game and have a crappy experience with it just because it doesn't work on modern PCs as well. Let's shield back up to full. We can leave evasive piloting. Back to defensive. Shield is full. Evasive piloting, so we can actually hit our targets. Boost ready. Boost is ready. Sure, might turn boost on. Focus fire can go on as well. Are you? Can you shoot your target, please, Barrett? Thank you. Don't see anyone complaining. Good, lovely. So I think I'll do Resident Evil 3, and then once that's done, I might switch it to. I'll switch to Fear because I really want to play that game again. I gotta figure out where I own it. Do I own it on anything digital, or do I have to grab it off something else? I know I've got the physical disc here somewhere, but I don't trust that these days. I know I've played it recently, but I just don't remember where I own it. Very good question. Where do I own Fear? Okay, yeah, everything's alright at the moment. The face for a little smidge, just so we can get people off our backs and let things recharge. You can adopt the pirate costume for Halloween. What pirate costume? Can you head back that way, please? Are we full of shields? Yeah, we are full of shields. Oh, I see what you mean. I think I own it somewhere. I can't remember if it's is it on Steam I own it? I know I've played it recently enough that it's on a digital platform. I just need to remember which one it is on. Besides, no, I don't pirate anything I'm streaming. I own, just like for like personal reasons. Like if I'm streaming it or recording it, I own it. like that copy of it I own. Shall we? Yes, go. Back to base, okay. That way. I think they're in Brazilian Portuguese. Okay. I remember the original was pretty damn decent. Like, was there voice? I can't even remember if this was voice acting in the original Sphere now. I remember I was never really impressed by the follow-ups. By Fear 2 and Fear 3 never really grabbed me. They were nowhere near as good as the original Fear. Play like original Fear, play maybe original Dead Space. Dead Space? It is Dead Space, yeah. Original Dead Space, because original Dead Space was great. I really liked original Dead Space. A lot of games of things of that kind I like. Yeah, I'm not great into doing like the games that are really popular these days, like Amnesia and stuff like that. That's not my kind of game. Whereas, like, I like things like Dead Space was fun. Fear was fantastic. What other games are like that? Dead Space 2 I like better. Fair enough. They are different games. Like they have very much a different. What's the word? What's the best way to phrase it? They've got a different philosophy behind them, I suppose, as a way to put it. They have a different philosophy, I guess. DS1 was to Aliens what DS2 was to. DS1 was to Aliens what DS2 is to Aliens, I guess, is the interesting thing. Like, DS1 was you are alone, pretty much, on a space station, this is your thing, whereas DS2, there's way more people around and so forth. Like, you're no longer, like, alone. And, like, not that Aliens is Aliens is a fantastic movie. Alien and Aliens are both great movies for different reasons. That's 41,000, so we're almost going to get you. Medical Bay, that costs 6,000, but I definitely want that. Just feels like the better. It's got like less, but it's a fast heal. It's 3 times as quickly heal. There. Weapon wise, Particle Beam 2. Oh, okay. We reached the end of weapons as well. So this is the last weapon in the game. There are no more weapons after this one. I might put particle beams on the sides. As much as I'm enjoying the missile launcher, I kind of like the DACA of the particle beam a bit more, and might as well. Everyone's got backup power now, so might as well put weapons that have power to use on the sides. Even those that don't like horrors, they can appreciate Alien. Alien is a different kind of horror because it's not jump scare horror. Like, original Alien was more about the suspense. You don't see the xenomorph much at all in original Alien. It's all about like the actual just mind-numbing horror of knowing it's there. It's kind of what Alien Isolation does quite well, which I do like the game, but it's not for me. But it's very much like. I think I would have enjoyed Alien Isolation more if we had less androids walking around. If it was literally just you and the alien, I think that would have been more interesting, because it's not a jump scare game. The alien is there, the alien is around, and the alien follows rules. I would also love if Alien Isolation had the Allen. The Allen. There's a. I think I read this somewhere that while they were developing Alien Isolation, they had to test the AI of the alien of the xenomorph to see what it was doing. So they had like someone from the dev team or something, basically record lines for whatever the AI pattern the xenomorph was doing, and it would literally like call it out as it was going. And I would love for a DLC called Alien Isolation, where it's just the alien like saying, "I'm gonna find you," and it's walking around like with a really camp voice, just like saying what the AI pattern is. "I think you're in here," opens the closet, sort of thing. That would be an amazing like April Fool's DLC for Alien Isolation. hate the concept of fear itself. I definitely, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of fear. I am totally with you there. The only horror game I haven't been able to complete. Well, I haven't played many, so I haven't completed it either because again, I think I borrowed my brother's copy of it, then I gave it back, so I don't have it. What am I doing? I got so distracted talking about Alien. I'm pretty sure. Okay, we're set. Okay, what am I doing? Let's actually. Okay, so I'm not gonna even bother up. Am I even gonna bother upgrading armor until I know what the last tier is gonna cost me? Once I find out what you're gonna cost me, I can start saving up for you. Other than that, I don't particularly care. Shields again. I guess I can buy you just because it get it done. This is that we've got you. That 6,000 we can earn that. Balanced reactor is not going to get any more. We're not going to get any better than that. We aren't not going to get any better than that. I don't think I'm going to be ever dropping back to an efficient reactor, and we don't need to. I don't need an efficient reactor. Between this and boost 3, we can get 4 pips into everything but gravity, and I don't care about gravity. I need 7,500 to get both the beams on the sides. Engines, we have the best engines already. That's not a problem. Escape pods, we don't care about those. No one gets to escape. I watched Alien and Aliens when I was far too young for them. That is a problem. That is an interesting thing. It's like you get some grown up, like, these are amazing movies, you have to watch them. It's like they're not. Aliens is better. I think Alien is harder to watch when you're younger because of the intense suspense and fear. Whereas Aliens is just like fight alien movie lol. With the gore that comes with Aliens. It's not that much gore, but with the deaths that come with Alien. Xenomorphs, I know, Xenomorphs are generally scary. Xenomorphs are genuinely scary. Keep doing plot stuff, there's nothing else for us to do. This game is a lot shorter than... Unless there's like a trick that I haven't seen yet, this game is a hell of a lot shorter than Bomber Crew. Right. Pop it. There. Flex. There. Pop it. Back over there. I've seen it really not safe for because the uniform feature don't scare me anymore. There's only one route. One route, then we split into fast and... Oh. Well, fast and safe. Defensive. Okay. But we're gonna have to fight here anyway, so might as well get defensive. We're already at our 47%. I'm assuming that when you hit max level boss grow, we're gonna have 50% dodge without even trying. Focus fire, focus fire, focus fire boost. Rook, get your gun. Okay. Shield restored. There you go. You can call in support. I don't care. I don't want to call in support. Jesus. Like, this is like stage 3 of the game. I don't need support right now. Oh, actually, how busy are we? If anything, I'm going to go for some evasive piloting, just to let our shields recover. Other than that, I don't particularly mind. Why are you so adamant that I call some support? Go away. I want to call it once I go there. That's a better time to call it. Shields are up to full, almost. To full. Actually hit our targets now. It's done on a... Huh. Interesting. It seems to calculate hit or miss on a salvo by salvo basis. Either the whole salvo hits or this whole salvo misses. That's a lie. Okay, never mind. That just killed my theory right there. Never mind. Alright, pass this route. Out of here. Oop, hang on, something's about to break. I think we don't care about that. Care about our... Battle 12, headbanging time. Ooh! Crystals. I like it. Ooh, hello. Okay, pause. Damn it, not pause. Focus fire. Focus fire. Focus fire boost. Focus fire. Boost short. We can get as much as we can. Boost. How much damage can we do to this thing? Can we kill it? Should go attack. Screw it. Focus fire. Ace. Focus fire the ace. Focus fire the ace. Can we kill the ace on the first pass? Or are you gonna flee from me? Coward. Run, coward! It fled. Coward! Well, even on attack we get 49. Oh, because of the boost is still on, right? Yeah, boost is still on. I really want a Jagged Landscape game. Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't had anything new like that in a while. You can kill, all you need to do is learn. 9 over. What I wish is that my school, when I was younger, actually focused on coding. Like these days, schools like have, like, at least the schools I've been to and I've seen have, like, in their IT lessons have, like, teach like basic coding. And I was like, I would love to have that. I wasn't really raised in an environment where that was a viable option. I think our school had Visual Basic on the PCs, but because I think before we were old enough to get the class that taught Visual Basic, the older kids like screwed around with Visual Basic, made an app that basically let you force log off other people in the network, so they pulled Visual Basic from the curriculum. So by the time I was old enough where like this is the year that you have the class in Visual Basic, it wasn't getting taught anymore. Clear? Go. Wow. No one's even taken health damage. That's how good that went. That was pretty decent. Holy crap. That went okay. Done. Pascal. I've seen some coding in Pascal. Not much, to be fair. Eject mapping probe. Really? Again? Okay, fine. Reflex. Beauty. Off. Jettison. Bye. Okay. Get out of here. That was quick. Never mind. Focus fire. Focus fire. Focus fire boost. Focus fire. Boost. Raise the platoon for a smidge. A lot of friends have all joined in at once. Go for evasive fire for a moment while we are waiting for our shields to regenerate. Ooh, hang on. Pause. Kosk. Hop over there. I want to try something out. Ready for this? Hang on, are we positioned for this? We are. Kind of. Put the EMP. EMP online. Backup power. No one can move. I get to shoot at you like crazy. Let's enjoy ourselves. That was not as good as I thought it was going to be honest. Still vaguely amusing though. How are we doing? What's the cooldown for this at the moment? Still on cooldown. You don't need focus. If they're not moving, all the shots were hitting. Nobody missed at that point. If things aren't moving, they don't have an evasion stat. Should have kept boosts and stuff like that, exactly, yes. That probably would have been better, the weapon boosts and stuff, and overdrives, etc. But it was still an amusing concept. We're still fine-tuning that strategy out. We done? I think we're done. Get back to your position. Head back. Fastest route. Focus boost. No. Back. Charge. Inspirational speech. Just to help people recharge their abilities faster. Enemies incoming. That is fine. Or not. Really? Wow. Is everything actually on here? Good. Wishes have failed. Defensive. Why are they beaming my gravity? I never understand that. Like, we must attack their gravity generators. Like, but why? I literally don't use them. Oh, radiation mines. Radiation mines. Let's get those shields back online. Start charging. You're charging? Good. Boost is not quite ready yet. Let's repair this while we're waiting. Yeah, back air. Boost. Full power to everything. Let's get back to station here. We need a shield regen. Shield regen. Shield is full. You can stay here. The EMP is not quite back yet, but his backup power is back. Okay. Focus fire. We need 7,500 monies to get the beams on either side. They do one. We clear? I think we're clear. I can't tell because they haven't tagged anything because... There you go. Tag stuff. Cruise is about to time out. The fighters have timed out. All us again. It's just us again. All by our lonesomes. Right. Forward shield's low. Well, they're behind us right now, so here. Okay, fighters RTB, cruiser RTB. It's fine, only 3 ships left. Couple heavy bombers and a heavy gunship. Gunship down, bomber down. I'm assuming that's a bomber. That thing like that thing hasn't actually fired its main weapon yet. We've never let it fire its main weapon. I'm not entirely sure. It does, but I'm assuming it basically is gonna sit behind you and just do a ton of damage. We're in the clear. We can just jump out of here. We'll just jump out of here. No qualms about that. Oh yes, because this is technically not the... I forget, this is not actually part of the fast route, is it? This is just the... like the staging area, I suppose. Before it splits up. Back. Right, so we've got, what, 2 missions done? Been playing for what? Feels like half an hour? I wonder if we finish this today. We might do. Be nice, actually. If we finish it today, there will be nothing pending. I want to kill you, though. Any level ups? Up and boost over there. Helpful. Nice. What are you going to do later, then? Later when? Later today? Well, if I finish this today, we'll see how much time is left. Then I'll have to decide. If I finish it early, I'll have to think about it. Maybe, I don't think it's going to be that soon, to be honest. It may take longer than that, but who knows at this point. 7,000. Oh, I needed 7,500, didn't I, to get lasers on both sides? Piddle. One can't. The recharge is so slow on this one, but the capacity is ridiculous. So yeah. So am I gonna get something up here? Fast charge Mark 3 at least is a straight improvement everywhere. I might just go for that because it's that is strictly better. This is about double the capacity, but it's 40% of the recharge time. Hang on, grab you because it's done. So that's as best. That's as good as it's gonna get. That's as good as it's gonna get because yeah, I don't want that. It's got. I don't need this. I'd much rather have 2 extra power. That's fine. That's fine. I need 2,250 over here. Armor, we've unlocked here 5 armor, which I need 15,000 for. Weapons-wise, again, we're not unlocking you until next mission. I don't care about you. I'm not using you. We need 7,500 for this bunch. Engines is full. I need 7,500 for weapons, 15,000 for armor if I go to tier 5, and another 2,250 here. Okay. Right. Investigate exoplanets, or let's kill the champion, because we know we can. All we need to do is actually do it. It's going to give us the money we need. It's the guy we didn't kill before. Who attacked us this time. Go straight for him. Any other games planned at the moment? No. Well, Fear was an option. Fear was definitely was I was thinking I could do, but I think it's more likely that I'll play Fear after I'm done with Resident Evil. Like, I'll do Resident Evil, then once that's finished, I'll do Fear. Like stuff there, please. Rook to front gun. Remember. Cry phase 4. It's 4 jumps to target. Okay. Let's change some of that. Hey, Boscaro! So the RE3 really didn't click with you. Well, maybe it'll click with you if you're watching it while talking to other people. Like, this game didn't click with me, but if I wasn't... Like I said, if I wasn't streaming this game and talking to chat at the same time, I would not be playing it. One attack, please. I definitely heard it's not as good as Resident Evil 2. The remake job of Resident Evil 2. Which is a shame, because I think the remake job for Resident Evil 2 was really good. Then again, I could compare Resident Evil 2. I've never played Resident Evil 3. Like, Resident Evil 2 I'd played a long time ago. I'd forgotten a lot of it, but I'd played it before. I've never actually played Resident Evil 3, so... Cask. Give us a quick shield upgrade, recharge, and then go back to where you were before. Yep. Yep. RE was not first person. RE3 was I think the original was still tank controls, I think. Which I'm quite glad that what things they changed in RE2 update, and I think in the RE3 one as well, is that you no longer have tank controls, because tank controls are really not appropriate. Get that shield recharged again. Looking forward to get that fast recharge shield, because it will help with this moments. Way less moments of nothing happening. Because as was quite accurately pointed out a couple of while in like my latest Space Crew video, which is the first episode of last week, while you're evasive piloting, you are far less likely to hit, even with focus on, because your ship is jumping around like crazy. 99, 100k. Once you've gotten to 100 shields, there's no point staying in that anymore, because you just don't get hit. Come on, bombers. It's one bomb. It's two bombers and one sort of heavier fighter, I guess. This should give me enough money to get the beams on the sides. Yeah. Come on, Rocky's over there. Shoot him. Hit your target. Thank you. I seem to be good with Dead Cells. I haven't played Dead Cells in a long time. I love it. Platformers like that. I mean, I like doing roguelikes. People don't like watching them, which is the sad thing. Like, I like doing things like that, and just people just don't watch. People just do not watch them. It's a huge shame. Are you chatting from within the ship? Ooh, scan Phasmid tech. Where's Phasmid tech? Scan that. I haven't played Dead Cells in quite a long time. And I did enjoy it quite a bit. I'm assuming the second we scan that, fighting starts. Yeah, figured as much. Get through this place. Yeah, can you just stop giving me tutorial? We're in phase 3 of the game. It really doesn't need to be. You really don't need hints anymore. Very much. I'm not supposed to chat on duty. Well, clearly you're on a gun as well, so you shouldn't be. Please don't type and shoot. Is that a beep in the game or out of the game? Hello. Go repair that. Fire. Just fire boost. Fire boost. Fire. Oh, it's screwed. We'll have a chance to get them back anyway. Tusk, you need to go over there and give us some shield, please. Sky, get back over there. And the shields. Boost. Go defensive. Tusk, go back to there, please. all the things that need killing. Don't smoke and drive. Whoa. Shoot them! Shoot them! That was some XCOM accuracy there, gunship. I know you only shoot me. You don't target the other fighters, but you move behind me and immediately just ignore, shoot off at an angle. We're friends. Kill it. You. Good. Right. Hit an inspirational speech. I can all start recovering. Boost needs to recover as well. And I wish I could cancel the cruiser early, but here's hoping. And 99% to hit, always miss. Come on, cruiser, go home. I need to start recharging. Bye, cruiser. I think I have one more jump to let things recharge. So, focus fire's back. Boost isn't quite going to be back. Trolled my tabletop RPG players today. Ooh, what system? Forget what system you're doing. My brain says it's not D&D, am I right? Homebrew. Did I go the wrong way? I went the wrong bloody way. God dang it. Nemo, you legend. The fast jump charge. I actually jumped in the wrong bloody direction. Roll a die. You die. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1. And we're up. Yeah. Wait, the wrong bloody direction, please. Go. Charge. Well, I did that on purpose so we can start charging more of the cruisers and fighter support there. That's fully intentional, so we get more time to recharge fighter and cruiser support. You roll a die, you said interesting, and roll scribble notes. Nice. That's how you do paranoia. That's how you play paranoia. Paranoia's a great system for that. Right. Enemies are incoming, but now we're actually in the right direction. Right. Rook, can you get yourself healed up, Bruce? You can actually test how well this actually works. Works well. Pretty fast heal. That's a pretty fast heal. Back to your gun, Rook. Thank you. Focus. Focus boost. Focus boost. Focus. Defensive. We're keeping this stuff for the next level. I think the next one is where we're fighting Kashaya Horos. I also had two of the players make a JoJo's tabletop RPG character for no reason in particular. Harsh. Switch to attack mode. We haven't seen borders in a while. Beric is out of the job. Beric's up to shoot things. Really? Oh. That's not... Wow, really? Okay. Gunship with the big gun goes to the place above us where they can't use the big gun. That is galaxy brain there. gunship. That is some galaxy brain stuff, gunship. Be out. What that gunship should be doing is going down. Jump. Are we actually in the correct place now? I think we are. Hang on. Okay, so. Second buddy boy appears. I'm gonna. Damn it, that's still on cooldown. Blast it all. Hopefully it's not gonna make much of a difference. Boost. Attack. Inspirational speech. Focus fire. Wreck him. Wreck them. Wreck it. Attack the target, please. Focus fire. Good. Overdrive. 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 Kill Kashaya Poros, please. Kill. I don't care about anything else. Okay, they're dead. Pause. Not pause. Slow down. Overdrive off. Overdrive off. Overdrive off. Overdrive off. Where's the fire? Warrior, you got a fire to deal with. Fire out. Good. Stow. Get back to your gun. Alright. Jump. Let's get out of here. They all fled. Overdrive. Overdrive. Check the drive trigger. Cruiser over there. We're escorted by the fighters. The fighters are relatively useful in that they help with taking down shields. They've got plasma cannons, which helps with taking down shields. They're not really good against armor or hull, and now that things are armored, that is more relevant. I retrieve item. Ooh, double! Second optional mission objective. Nice. Eights return to base. I don't think. Yeah, I don't. Cruiser doesn't seem to follow you from place to place. Flex, please. Brief. Let's go home. Before they drops their radioactive mines. You've been radiated enough today. Ooh, the plasma tech is a fire risk. Right. Purge Atmo in one, please. Thank you. Sky, head over there, get that, and just your job is just going to be to stay there and deal with the fires as and when they turn up, please. Your job is just to extinguish fires. Hopefully you can do that without too much trouble. Hey, Morton. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing this evening? Is restored. Flank him! Flank them! Doggy is sleeping, can finally get some me time. Poppers is in bed. Why can't we accelerate time? Inspirational speech. Oh, because there's a bloody fire. You're in the room. Guys, do that, please. Right. Go. Next one. Personal speech. Pop that again. Fire spotted. Put it out, please. That's literally what you're there for. Our frontal armor has taken a bit of a beating. So that might be a armor that requires updating. After the weapon up, at least. After the weapon ups. Basically, enemies incoming. Can you? Oh God, no! Stop! Help! Charge! Damn it! We got halfway through. You know what? I don't need any more. Task over there. Stealth mode is for a bit. We haven't done this in a while, but we can just stealth mode out. Where are we now? Athena? No, it's the last one, isn't it? Athena station's over there. Into Athena station. Stealth mode's about to run out. Back over there, because if stealth mode's running out, there's no... Yeah, incoming. You know what? Hang on. Who's got secondary? Warrior, hi. Tusk, go over there. Warrior, go over there. Guy, go over there. Focus fire. Focus fire boost. Focus fire boost. Warrior. Fighter support performance analysis. And Kosk, replenish shields. Purge 1. Cool. Cheers, buddy. Good defensive. McCosk, give me... Oh, no, oh no! Crap. That was not my intention. Power. Backup power. Backup power. Backup power. That was not my intention, fortunately. But hopefully it helps out a bit. They're draining my shields, thank you. Alright, aboard the ship, Purge 1. Guy, you're right there. Bosco, not Bosco. You're right there, that's your function. Are we charging? Oh, because we're... Okay. We couldn't jump while our cargo bay was open. Makes sense. Right, we're back. There's a fire risk there, but it's back. Oh, why was that there? Interesting. Fire out anyway. There we go. Pop that down. There we go. Ace down. Plasma tech scanned. Plasma tech retrieved. A bunch of research. Level 11's being hit, level 10's being hit. Beautiful. I think now All my regular guns, apart from Rook, all my regular guns have weapon boost as well. Even McSky's have a weapon boost at the moment. Oh. That's the last weapon. So I think what is left for us to actually unlock? It's armor is at 46,000. That said, we want to get the weapons. I think I want to put the beams on this. Goodbye, missiles. Welcome back, beams. We're slightly about 1,000 back on shields. I wonder. Well, I guess next mission will probably give us enough to see what the cost would be of old tier 6 plating. Investigate exoplanet. Evacuate scientists, plural? Are scientists... Well, how much money do you actually need? Well, we need to get researching to get money, although the exoplanet is going to... Hang on, you give money, don't you? Yes, you do give money. Oh, hello, mothership. Okay. I'm game. I'm game to take down a mothership. To give us the money so we can help out with everything. Eric. Gun. Thanks. Get on the forward weapon. Oh, get the back weapon. There. Drop, get on the side gun. Oscar launch. Right, no more missiles, but beams that go through shields and armor, so... there. I'll safest route, I don't care about safest route. Also, yeah. We have 38 evasiveness. We have 50 evasiveness standard. We have 60 evasiveness. If we boost and go defensive, we have 60% evasiveness. Keep going. On. Right, I might actually wait for them to come closer into range. Never mind, they're shooting. If you're shooting, that'll do. I wasn't sure what the ranges were. Seems like your range is a lot better than I thought it was. Go defensive. We've lost rear shields already. Our shield, yeah, we definitely need the. You have the better. I think you have the better shields. Stored. Do you have the better shields? I can't remember now. I don't think we do have the better shields. Oh, border. I haven't seen one of you in a while. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, let's keep going. Ooh, okay. Fighters. Beam fighters. My rear shields. Evasive for a bit. Evasive for a smidge. Just until we get the rear shield back online. Why is our rear shield not regenerate? There you go. Please regenerate rear shield. That way. Second you're done, that way. 96. Must have been grazed to stop the regen. Back anyway. Just those 3 left. That's the lives of bomber down there as well. Back. File. Left is you. Fight me. Fight me if you think you're hard enough. Fully operational. I don't think there's going to be a weapon upgrade. I think we have our endgame weapons at this point. I think we have our endgame weaponry. So I'm not expecting to weapon up. Jump. Hello? Pretty. Oh, Vorb Kib! Hello, Vorb Kib. Have you arrived? You have. Hi, Vorb Kib. Oh, hang on, something's about to... Silver Show's about to fail. I can't have it having that. Can't be having that. Go to defensive piloting already. Go back over there, use your boost. Max out engines, weapons and shields. Do what you can. Lost the boost, but we need to repair our shield generator. Cost, give us stealth mode. Finish shields as well. You have full shields, no cost, go back to that. Vorb Kib. You fleeing, Vorb? I think you're leaving. I think you're running away. No, you're not. Okay, you're actually going back for another run. You're just being chased by the world right now. Oh, you did actually. Like you spin around upside down. Interesting. Lost our shields again. Hang on. Let's do this. Tusk, please. Cool. Bye, Vorb Kib. Nothing for a moment there. Yeah, Vorb Kib runs away like a coward that he is. But they are, sorry. Get our shields back, then we can drop the basic piloting. Inspirational speech as well, so we can start getting our focus fires and stuff ready for the next one. We won't use them again, but I think that's going to be where the mothership is, so I want to keep all the stuff here ready for that. That's going to be one hell of a fight, we know it is. We're actually killing the little drones before we hit the mothership. It's a mothership. Interesting. Oh, a couple more borders. Are you fleeing? I think you run away now, don't you? I think you run away now because you don't have any more drones. Apparently not. Apparently, oh, you're making more drones. Looks like you are anyway. You made a couple more drones in the meantime. Not a full squad of drones, but 2 more drones is. Oh. One bomber and the drone ship. Occasionally taking damage. Okay. which case, their way. Let's try repair that. And again, your boost is ready. That's all ready. All weapon modes are ready. Go. I think this is the mothership area. Again, you arrive, we pop everything, and just basically start. Here we go. Yeah, immediately so pop defensive. Better support, performance analysis, boost there, max out everything there. Cost can actually go into. You don't actually need to be there at the moment. Actually, you go there. Screw this up. I screwed the pooch massively in this one. Oh, I screwed the pooch doubly because I should have. I committed. Never mind. Blast it all. Wow, I really screwed this one up. Oh well. Can you move, please? Thank you. Defensive. Actually, no, don't defensive. Go over there. You got specific angles you need to cover. Kosk on his shields. Yeah. Okay, up above. Station bar there. I guess you're essentially you're only here to actually. Do I want to EMP? Is the big question. Do I want to EMP here? I'm gonna stealth mode a bit because I just got a massive hit to the generator there. Stealth mode. Sky, repair that, please. Go back up there. It's restored. Missed. Right. Where are the last shield generators? Back to the side. Okay, let's go over that way. Stealth mode's about to run out. Which point generators will be back online. Focus fire boost. 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 Replenish shields. 10. That's the last one. The last one's above. Okay, go over there. Up, 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 up. Oh god. Sky. Since you went out, you go back over there, please. For that, thank you. Our engine's actually taking a hit last. And you go over that way. Right over the top of this thing. Where are our shields? Our shields are coming back online. Okay, go. Boost. Boost powers everything. Rook, a Kosk. Demonstrational speech. Over there, please. Go, 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 go. Where we've lost what? With our fire, okay. I need stealth mode, damn it. I need a stealth mode right now. Reflex, need to repair that. There's a fire, please. Okay. Down. God. Reflex took a massive hit. Reflex. Oscar, what are you doing? Cask, stealth mode. Everybody breathe for a bit. Repair that as well. Stow it. Back in your gun. Back in your gun. Sky. Finish repair that. Get back in your gun as well. Eight. What's damaged? Engine. 0. Kill the bloody reactor. Kill the bloody reactor. Kill the sodding reactor. Kill the sodding reactor. Kill it. Good, it's down. Evasive piloting. We'll finish our shields. Okay. Sky. Over there. Repair the engine, please. Repair the engine. Cask. Go heal. So the suit. Everyone needs a bit of a heal right now, but other than that was pretty damn good. Pop that, I think. Self. Heal self. Hear that. Warrior, back over there. McCosk, back over there. Reflex. Get out of here. Fastest route. We definitely need the better armor plating. But we knew that anyway. Medical bay, Rook, Warrior. There for a quick store. Spend Season 5, December 25th. A Christmas present. Again, I need to finish whatever I was on. Whatever it was. Who else needs a bit of healing? End of our healing, but we should be okay now. Have all some support as well. No shenanigans, just get home. Just get home. We're home. And lick our wounds and repair the ship. Get ourselves a better shield generator, get ourselves everything we need. Start charging, might as well. I think we can sit here for a bit and wait to charge. We're that resistant. If we're not being pummeled by 20 ships, we're okay to just sit here and charge. Especially when you have support. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, never mind. That is not the case. I guess we could have done so if you managed to charge it just a little bit quicker. Our shields back to full, shields are back to full. Okay. Pull the target. What? There you go. Good kill. Charge, charge. Jump. And base. Ooh, grabbing this apparently. Let's go pick this up. Brave. Get out of here. Over there, please. Station. Move. Fire boost, focus fire boost. Fire boost. Focus fire. Boost will be after this one, I'm fairly certain. Boost. Our engine? No, it's a radioactive weapon. Okay. Fine. You can deal with that. It's not too bad. Three. Fast jump charge, charge. Also give us some stealth. What we came for. We don't need that much more experience, so we can do fun. Now we bring a massively radioactive object back to the base because, you know, that's the clever thing to do. Be not in stealth mode as well. Oh. And thus we land. With people glowing in the dark. But other than that, pretty good. Look, dude fled again, but we can go behind this time. So that's going to be your... Is it going to be your level 10? Ah, close. But you get cruiser support now, so... If we have to, McCusk goes to security, you move to comms, and McSky can go to guns. And we lose no... Technically, what should happen is Rook goes back to security, and at that point it's irrelevant. At that point it's irrelevant. Cruiser support's online. Get the highest quality plating, so we can see what that's going to require us. Achievement unlocked: Battle Hardened. Have a member of your crew survive 30 missions. I think that's 4 members of my crew survive 30 missions. Okay. I think there's nothing else to research. I'm fairly certain. So a full armor upgrade for our ship would cost us what? It's going to be less than that because you're for level 4 already, but if we consider the costs, 4,000, that's 8,500 for 2, that's 19,000, no, 17,000 for all 4 of them. Not as much because you're currently less, but 17,000 is a good ballpark. Shields Mark 3, we're going to get the fast charge shields. We're going to have capacity. Good question. That. Weapons, again, there are no more weapons after this, so I don't think I'm actually going to be changing it. I'm happy with what I've got. Railguns are pretty decent. Weapons do more damage, but they're not great against shields, so that goes through shields, and that has no penalty against shields. Weapons are fine. All we have left now is armor. So frontal armor was low, so we can go frontal armor. Here's 6 frontal armor. What is the armor? It goes to 3. That's 4. 5 is just thicker. 6 is go. 6 we give it rivets. There. We give it a lip. 6 we give it rivets. Okay. Crew gear we got maxed out as well. Or use 5k. 5k is another bunch of Anga Hike. Heavy fighter. I've been calling it a bomber. I guess it's just a heavy fighter with a charging plasma lance. Okay, let's go kill Vorb Kib. Go kill Vorb Kib, because it's gonna be a quick mission to earn money, I think. Then you can go for Exoplanet and so. So this could be it. So potentially we must be not far from the end, just because of stuff. Anyway, Beric. The reason this is important is because Beric is the one that has security officer stick. That's the only reason this is important. Because Beric is better with a rifle than anyone else. Well, not as good as Rook, but Rook is busy at the front of the ship. Thanks, you dropped it off there, so if Beric needs an emergency heal, Beric can do it. Okay, so that is ready. Is everyone? That's the main reason why Beric and her flex change places, because Beric is better with a rifle. So if you get boarded, I want Beric there. To objective, there's no choice here. We're just going. Guys, back. Charge there. First enemies incoming. But heading to the exit. Hot boost as well, might as well. Hot boosts. Pop these. Go defensive. Might as well. They'll have time to recharge before we get there anyway. Okay. Oh. Pop that. Boarding ship? Please, can we actually not Beric? I know you haven't actually. There you go. You haven't actually boarded a ship in a while, but you really don't need to. You really don't need to. That is a very fast charge. I like that charge. That is a beautifully fast charge. Don't let it drop its crazy mines, please. RTB. Good. Mines. Second border. Technically, borders can't board if I've got a gunship behind me, so. Good side, I guess. I'm not sure they got through my shields there. My shields are actually charging quickly enough that... Oh, never mind, they've got shields now because of heavy fighters. But how long does it take to recover to full? Pretty quickly, actually. If you don't get hit, we actually recover to full shields really quickly. Next. Focus fire is already back, so you're already ready to fire next turn. Boost is halfway there, so by the time we travel, it'll be fine. You were a bit slow, but performance analysis is back. Beneficial for everyone. Must I also care of our generator, please? Good. Charge jump. This is jump 1 of 4. Boost again, because that's already ready. Performance analysis. Attack, actually. Just go for attack. Go for an attack pattern right now. I mean, we have to wait for them to kill them. Might as well go for an attack pattern, see if that helps. I have not yet figured out what that does. There doesn't seem to be any numerical advantage to that. So, big shrug. And our shields are back to full again. Jesus, that thing charged as quickly. I think charges quickly. It's also charging at a super, like, increased rate because of the massive power we have to shields at the moment. It's currently charging at double rate. I think it's charging maybe like 100% every 200 points. I have no idea what the rate is. It's 200, so at double that, it's 150. It's 400, whatever, 400, whatever they are. Ooh, wait for a board. Never mind. There you go, down there, and a couple of beam fighters, looks like. Yeah, a couple more beam fighters. Give 2 beams, 2 heavies. Looks like 2 beams over there. We got through our rear armor, but our front shields. Your shields restored. Weapon boost is already back online. The heavy fighter tries to get in line through whatever its plasma lance does. I never let it happen because I get the feeling it would be disastrous if I let that happen. It occurs to me that letting that plasma lance happen is a bad thing. So this is now the Corollas Rex. It's got 2 tachyon lances, a couple of like long range, I guess, auto pulses possibly, I don't know, and some really good shields. This is now the Corollas Rex. I guess I can make it. I can make it a 4 tachyon Corollas Rex as well. The only upgrade I would consider weapons-wise is going for maybe 2 more beams at the front and back. But I do like the railgun because the railgun just does a nice amount of damage. Back to full. They're back online. Although that's where the fight is, I'm not going to bring those right online right now. Your boost is almost ready. I think it's ready right now, in fact. That'll be ready after this mission. The defensive. We're going to accelerate time right now, because I don't need to be slow for this. There's not a lot happening right now. This game is still very samey. Like I said several times before, I would not be playing this game if it wasn't for just streaming and talking to chat at the same time. Having chat here to listen to my grumbling, essentially. I've got chat to listen to my grumbling, so I'm okay with playing it longer than I would otherwise do so. I think Tardaflip pointed out in the comments of the Space Crew video that went up yesterday, which was the last Monday's stream, that basically FTL kills space crew before space crew ever was a thing. And I don't necessarily agree with that, because I think FTL is a very different game. But I definitely agree that there are... Like, if you want a space game, I wouldn't recommend necessarily Space Crew to you. I think if you want a game that involves flying around in space, managing resources with multiple different guns, I would recommend Shortest Trip to Earth. I think. It is way less, like, time spammy. Let's get our shields back. It's gonna let me all of, like, 5 seconds. Has way more gun variety, has way more enemy variety, is longer, is more interesting. You have way more opportunities to learn and mess around with the crew. I think all those things would be far more useful and interesting than the same. I think Space Crew is for people who really liked Bomber Crew and wanted more of the same, but in a slightly different setting. Ooh, hang on. Enough heavy fighters are on our tail now that it's actually getting a little bit painful. Clear that quickly. Keeping everything ready for the next area, because the next area is where everything's going to kick off. Before Kib is going to get punished hard. How close am I finished to the game? I don't think I'm very far. Are you charging? You were charging. And you missed. Well done. You're charging wherever that was that missed. That's nice to know. Quickly evasive for a moment, get our shields back. Gonna take all of about until the bar goes, what, crosses the N. 3 fighters left alive. 2 fighters left alive. 1 fighter left alive. And even this is like a light fighter as well. Like an elite light fighter, but it's still like a light fighter. Come on. Good. Go fight, Orb Kib. I don't know how far I am to finishing, but I don't think very far. Like, if I can finish it today, that'd be interesting. If I can finish it today, it's definitely shorter than Bomber Crew. Or at least you get resources fast enough that you can upgrade your ship to the point where you can go to the end. Whereas Bomber Crew, I always felt I never had enough gear. Like, my plane was never teched up enough to go do things as they turned up. Right, so we've got to boo our star. Where's what's-his-face? Control the second that disappears. I think we start shooting, basically. Where's Mr. Kib? Overdrive for additional weapon damage. Additional weapon damage for everybody. Orb Kib might just melt immediately. You go to defensive, you go to attack. Orb Kib is now at half health. Basic penalty for a brief moment just to get him off our heads. Really? Immediately? Shame. Defensive. Orb Kib is so close to death right now. The fighters are coming in. The fighters are going to kill him. Orb Kib is dead. Cool. In which case, cancel all overdrives. Although they're about to time out anyway. Cool, and they're all running away back home. Straight back home. Jump as and when we need it, because everyone's just left at this point. Come on, disappear. Let me speed up time. Anything on fire? Nope. There's no fire from the overdrives. We're gone. And we're gone. Okay, we'll grab. Is that research? Okay, extra credits. Extra credits is worth it. Extra research is not. Extra credits is worth it. The cruiser follow us. Retrieve, please. Pause. Back to central. Inspirational speech just so we can get some people healed up. Like, there's the armor falling off now. I guess that's one thing the missiles were good at. Missiles were good at ripping off armor. But I don't think the beams don't care about armor, so... Once the armor's off, the railguns do extra damage. Lower shields down, shields back to full, weapon boost back online. I wonder why only your weapon came back online. Weird. Evasive just to get them off our rears. Those heavy fighters do hurt quite a bit. And the shields are back to full. Parting it is again. Whoa. Come on. There you go. Base. Charge, weapon boost is online. Focus fire is going to be back by the time we do that. Boost is not going to be back yet, but it's not going to be long. Charge jump. Asteroid field. Ooh, yeah. I don't care about plasma tech. We don't have any more technology to unlock. We have no more technology to unlock. Rank. Oops, something break. And if we don't pick it up, we don't get more fighters, so I don't care. You know everything you need to know about technology right now. That is essentially a free jump and time save. Okay. We'll do a stealth return, like a stealth fast jump. As well. We're gonna stealth jump anyway. The 8,350. Oh my, not my ground generator. Rook, get off your gun. Go for the charge, please. Start charging. Fast dump charge. Stealth mode. That's damage, but I don't care. To be honest, I do not care about a gravity generator. It literally does nothing for me. My entire ship is designed not to need it. Like everyone other than Bosco has magnetic boots. The powered magnetic boots are even better than regular ones. Right. You can go there now. Off stealth mode. At which point we'll do the exoplanet mission, I think. which I think is when you find the Phasmid Hope planet, so I have no idea what happens at that point. Because in before, this translates into bomber crew for the last mission. You just fly this in an atmosphere for the last mission. So some money has arrived. Weapon boost online. Oh, so close to max level. So close. I'm assuming level 12 is max level, but so close to max level. Everyone's got weapon boost now. Spacecraft. Okay, there's no more research, so research is irrelevant. So armor is what we were looking at, right? Because here I could get something that's not quite twice as much, but it's 20% of the actual recovery speed. The recovery speed in this thing was actually glorious. I'm gonna just recover with armor. That's giving me 3, 6, and 4. That's still over 8,000. So. Front armor, mid-lower plating. It's 3. Yeah, I'm literally 500 short. That's fine. Everything here's fine. Engines again. Surprised it isn't like they haven't gone for Agile or Low Emission Mark 3. Going for Agile Mark 2 is actually tempting. Agile Mark 2 would probably raise our passive non-defensive dodge chance to something like 60%, which means our defensive dodge to like 70%. But it would be but we'd have 60% of our hull integrity. This is like, oh, okay, it makes no radiation when damaged. Cool, but I don't care about radiation. My entire team doesn't care about radiation. Not much. Not that much. We have some radiation resist, but it's enough not to care about them. Heavy powered. That's the only thing you probably get is switching to that. Actually, no, it's like you want heavy armored. Everyone else has got heavy powered Mark 2, right? Yeah, everyone else is on heavy powered Mark 2. It's fine. The best suit. You need to move around a bit. If you don't need to move around a bit, this is better, which is why the Pat's got it. Pat never needs to move. Anyway, exoplanet time. Which is going to give me enough for the last 2 bits of armor. At which point there is literally nothing else I need to get on the ship, other than potentially swapping out the railguns for beams. Eric, Hook, Flex, Pick, Flex, Gun. Fastest route, safest route. I actually didn't check the map. I did not check the map, but I don't know how long. I'm doing fastest route, obviously. But I didn't actually check how long the routes actually are. Navigate to exoplanet Phasmidia. I wonder if Phasmidia is home with the Phasmids. Something tells me it might be. Shockingly. What do I want here? Enemies incoming? Oh no, say it isn't so. On. Everything in? Looks like you stuck it out longer than expected. I definitely did. I guess having chat around definitely helped. So hi, Ant Man. How you doing? They're defensive. Well, I'm gonna make use of the points. Might as well make use. We have time for everything to recharge as well. gunship. Heavy gunship. Good. Back again. I'll go back into the bloody asteroid field, please. That's big. Never work. No, it still bugs me after all these years. What? A little bite, what? We didn't get official FTL Lego. Fair. That would have been cool. That would have been very cool. Yeah, let's get this right as well, because this is actually correct. It's sort of my non-boosted power system. I'm assuming we're still traveling the Delta Inner Void. That way. To be fair, one more power to cheat. No. Should regen plenty fast. The focus fires roll back. We killed them too quickly. Focus fire didn't have time to charge again. Focus fire back. Boost is still a third of the way there. Third of the way to go. That is just timed out now. Don't attack. Attack for a smidge. What's your base accuracy, Barrick? 82%. Which means focus fire isn't like really that much of an improvement. Like when you're early game and focus fire, when your base accuracy is 30%, focus fire is a huge increase. Once your base accuracy is like above 80, focus fire just increases that to 100. You're like, okay. It's definitely beneficial, but it's not as much of a swinger that it was before. Which is kind of why we're killing things a lot quicker now. It's just because it's kind of it's like we have a slightly worse version of focus fire always on. Just drop the bloody mines. What? Screw you, no mines for us. Never mind, it's stuck anyway. Defensive. Attack. Switch to defensive. Go back over there. Get too far away from that. I guess patrol just means you orbit it, I think. I guess is kind of what I want to do anyway. This is the thing, right? If anyone had actually any brains, these two turrets would actually be above and below rather than side to side. If they were above and below, you'd have so much more space. Retrieve item. What is it? Like here? More credits might be relevant. Might be relevant. Actually, to be fair, I really don't care. I don't care. I just do not care. Slightly worse is better than marginally better for a limited time, am I right? Well, the thing is, it's not as if you don't have also the option to use. Like you still have the chance to use focus shot fire. If you think about it, a level 1 weapons officer has an accuracy of 30%. A level 11 officer has 82. Both of the focus fires take you up to 100, so the advantage you get from a level 2 officer is massive compared to the advantage you get from a like level 11 one. It's quite possible that I'm not going to pop those now though. I might just patrol around and see what happens. Patrol. See what patrol actually does. So if you think about it in relative terms of the numbers you have on the guns, if it's a flat multiplier, for example, like the very beginning plasma cannon has a damage value of 55, I think, or something like that. You're hitting 33% of the shots. So hitting 30% of the shots, 30% of the shots of 55 damage, compare that to hitting 82% of the shots, or something that does like 110. And which is why the increasing to 100 is so much bigger, so much of a bigger deal when you're level 2 than when you are level 12. They had brains that would put targeting iron ship. Again, it's one of those things, like, if they had any sort of design brains at all, this would have been a very different game. Like, if... To be fair, this is the case for most games where you fly in space. Every game is this. If the developers of the ships within the universe canon had a brain, the ships would have been designed differently. Or if physics actually existed. Kind of situation. Boost is recharging. Focus fire and boost is recharging. Like we covered this when we were doing things like ship breakers as well. Of sci-fi that does physically sound or physically accurate ships. Or that obeys, like, or that doesn't require a hand waviness. Sky, go over there to repair just in case you need it. There you go. It doesn't require a hand waviness to deal with that. Basic piloting until we have our shields back. It's going to last all of about... Okay, we're back. But no, Homeworld wins its aesthetics. Like, I love Homeworld ships. Like, like Homeworld is good in the sense that it doesn't need to make sense in that regard. It doesn't try to pretend that the ships make sense. You don't even see people. Like, people are even irrelevant. You have no idea of the sense of scale of a ship in Phasmidia. Hi, Phasmidia. Scan the planet. Okay. I don't believe that planet is 50 kilometers away, but I guess it's scannable ranges. Like, I've heard say that, for example, like an interceptor, the basic interceptor in like Homeworld 2, Homeworld 2 is like as big as an aircraft carriers on Earth kind of thing. Like they are massive. They're absolutely huge. Tidan had nicer ship designs than Kushan, I think. I think the Tidan ship designs were better than the Kushan ship designs. But I do think the Higaran ship designs are better, mostly, than the Vaegir ones. I'm not a huge fan of Vaegir ship design. Hello. Oh, was that just a... Did we get a screensaver moment there? Is that what that was? You can scan. Please do so. Was that like a screensaver moment? Got to see glimpses of the inside of the ship. Yeah, put it in Discord, absolutely. It's definitely in the Phasmid homeworld. You better get out of there quick. No doubt they will not take kindly to be discovered. Okay. I mean, you called it Phasmidia. I mean, how are you surprised that this is the homeworld? I'm not too sure why you're like, oh my god, this is the homeworld? You called it the homeworld. You knew it was before you got here. Where's the cruiser? The cruiser. They call the cruiser support, right? Yeah, where's the cruiser? Clever, clever, clever. They took out my shield generator this time. But no, really, where's the cruiser? The cruiser's not here at the moment. It's elsewhere. Is it back to full? Okay. The small ships. Yeah, exactly. Like. In 40,000, Warhammer is another thing that doesn't need to make sense. Ships are just massive. The warp exists. We have crazy science. Don't worry about having like everyone has to wear everyone is currently wearing magnetic boots because they're like mag fields in all the floors for some bizarre reason. Every ship is ordered built in a weird fashion that doesn't really require it to be there. How tall is an Emperor Titan in 40k? That's a question I want the answer to. How tall is an Emperor Titan in 40k? Or an Imperator Titan, I should say. Because Titans are one of those things that are very wildly in consistency. How consistent they are being about what is actually in, how big an Emperor Titan is. Because sometimes they're meant to be able to house entire companies of guard, but they're not big enough to be able to do so. Exactly, they're 55 meters tall, but they're meant to house thousands of soldiers. They're meant to oh, we have thousands of soldiers on board. Really? You're 55 meters tall. Explain to me how you fit thousands of soldiers in there. Explain to me, in Dark Crusade, how the gun of an Imperator Titan is as big as the map, when you're able to be 55 meters tall. Titan sizes above, the ones that have actually been modeled for 40k sizes, not epic sizes, 40k sizes, are wildly inconsistent. Yes, they're meant to hold an entire building in their feet, but if they're 55 meters tall, they're not that big. 55 meters tall is what, a 25-story building? 25-story building that's mostly full of gears and servos and the mind impulse units and all the clunk that you need to have a thing. So, no gravity gen. It's less of a bugbear. It's just interesting when you I'm not making a point or anything. It's just interesting to me when you have things like that where people don't think of numbers. We're actually incapable of calculating numbers to that point. We can't conceptualize things like this. Fires, boosts. Hey, Sai. How you doing, buddy? Exactly. Imperator Titans have 12 separate capital ship grade void shield generators. These are the ships that are 20 kilometers in size. And they have, those shields are inside an Imperator Titan that is meant to be at most 100 meters tall. It's less interesting than you expect, Sai, unfortunately. Looks like Rook got his holy war after all. boosting? Go for a tail. Thank you. Give it a go. I've put last week's stream on YouTube, and these streams will go up next week. Monday and Wednesday streams will go up next week, so you can have a full idea of the whole playthrough. I think it's okay if you're talking to people and can complain about it at the same time. Amusingly enough. I can enjoy way more games if I'm allowed to do that. If I have people to riff on the game with. It's a lot easier to play. Well, mechs have always been rule of cool. Mechs are just rule of cool. That's what they are. I mean, there's no two ways about it. That's what mechs are. With current understanding of physics and power systems and everything else, mechs are completely practical, so their only use is rule of cool. Every system that has every like sci-fi setting that has mechs in it has to justify why a vehicle isn't just better. Well, that's the thing, Rook. That's your personal opinion, and a lot of people disagree with you. Enough people to make mechs really profitable disagree with you, and that's the problem. That's the thing about opinions, you know. You think mechs are cool? That's totally fine. That is your decision to make. But I think mechs are awesome. BT is cool. BT is awesome. BT is a really good, is really fun iteration of a mech, I guess is the way I want to phrase it. It's a way to do mech. I really like BT. I think you get mechs all sizes. I do think, in the sense of like, mechs as big as Titans are a little bit silly, although they're fun to play around with and like read stories about. But they do get a little bit silly. I agree with that, but I still like them. Has anyone read the BattleTech books? I think I might have asked that in the past. Where did you get the MechWarrior 5 from? That's relevant, because I have the Windows Store version, and I don't think there's cross-play with Epic Store. Unfortunate. Yeah, I know, it sucks. Because I got it. I have the Windows Store version because it's free on Game Pass. That's why I've got it. Did I say Morton? I thought I said Rook. Maybe I said Morton. I'm distracted by killing things. Right, we'll do a stealth jump in the next sector. Cruiser. Hey, Cruiser buddy. Yeah, you definitely don't have my weapons. Actually, in fact, you have a fixed weapon loadout that just happened to vaguely echo what I had at the time before. I think it was just pure coincidence that when the first time I summoned you, I had very similar weapons. You done? Okay, we're done. Oh, this is, yeah, just a general question. Fair enough. Yeah, sorry. If I had known you were looking for it, I would have mentioned it, because its lack of co-op is annoying. Make our way back home. Inspirational speech. Hit tab. We'll pop everything as and when they arrive, but I'm going for a stealth jump. Yeah, McCusk, but that's the point. That's the point we're making. Is that like the point I was making is that they need to find a reason for mechs to make sense. Mechs never make sense otherwise. There needs to be a convoluted reason why mechs are a thing, because otherwise it makes no reason to have mechs. So stealth mode, stealth mode, stealth mode. Stealth mode and fast jump charge. So I can't name it. Do you have any you recommend? At least the ones that are in audiobook form, if you like look at Audible and stuff. Because I've read one and it was okay, but I've seen that because it's such a massive universe, the quality really varies depending on who writes it. And the one who wrote the book I enjoyed, really only wrote that book, unfortunately. So I don't know what else to read. I read Embers of War, which is one of the more modern ones, because I haven't read the really old ones. Not sure where to start back there. Money, money, money. People hit level 12 now, please. Max out everything. Pro Red Boscro, Pro Pink McCusk, Pro Blue McSky, Pro Yellow Rook, Pro Black Barrack, Pro Cyan Herflex, and Pro Silver Warrior. Weapon boost 2 and shield backup power. Okay. The Legend of Jade Phoenix trilogy. I don't know if audio version is available, but it's one of the favorites I've read. Okay, I'll make a note of that. Actually, can someone pop that in the Discord? Just write that down somewhere and say that it's like it's a BattleTech trilogy of books. I'll have a look if I can see it afterwards. Like these days, I don't spend a lot of time sitting and reading. I listen to audiobooks mainly because I can do that while I'm doing something else, which is really bad. But there's always. I always feel like there's not. If I'm sitting reading a book, I could be doing something else. I could be recording. I could be rendering. I could be doing something different. Robert Thurston. Okay, I'll have a look. Weapon boost 2. My God. Good heavens. Well, this also means we have we can EMP with shields on. I don't think that's actually relevant. I guess that means we don't lose our shields during the EMP, and that skill is completely irrelevant because we have. The setting turned on. Achievement unlocked mastery, achievement unlocked double mastery for having basically one person having 2 classes at 12. Yeah, when I was commuting, I had time to read. I don't commute anymore. No one travels at this point. When I had to commute, I was always reading in the morning, but that doesn't exist anymore. So, Rug. Right, spacecraft. Because I don't think there's much left. Oh, armor up. So plating 6, plating 6, plating 6. So armor is full. Weapons, sorry, that's best, that's best, that's best, that's best. I don't think I'm getting the high capacity shield, so that's best. If I swap to particle shields, it's another 7,000, but that's a huge if. Engines don't get any better, don't care about escape pods. Equipment is probably fine. Let's be honest, I don't actually, hang on, what if I got the front of the ship? I don't even know, I don't even need this. This is probably there in case there's a fire due to Rook overcharging, but even the phase rifle doesn't even need to be there. Phase rifle medkit. Frankly, double medkit makes more sense. Fine, that's okay. That can probably be double medkit as well, to be honest. Don't need multiple fire extinguishers. That's fine. That's fine in case I need a spare. I want at least one spare phase rifle. That's okay. That's okay. So I still have 3 fire extinguishers. And that's for anything that's burning over here, because this is where we have a lot of fires of them destroying this one. Well, I think other than weapons, this is pretty much as good as it's going to get. Unless I want to upgrade railguns to this. Getting this to that, why bother, you know? Like, there's no point switching. If this was autocannon Mark III, it would be a point. There's no point in having autocannons Mark II. If this goes straight through shields and armor anyway. No point now. That's a really useless weapon. I don't think... If those are, like... Assuming the bonus it gets to... hulls makes it higher than that number. If it auto-switched depending on the target, that would be useful. At the moment, it's not. Anyway. There's no audiobook version. Dang it. Boo! Okay. Harvest antimatter. Our scientists have developed an antimatter bomb that can destroy the Phasmid homeworld in one fell. Wow, okay. The rub is that the new weapon requires antimatter harvested from a pulsar in the gamma quadrant. Get in and out before the radiation overcomes your crew. Fine. Okay, so the answer to our attack is just genocide. Not sure I entirely agree with that, but there you go. Eric, go there. Called it. Yeah, I had it in my head as well, but you know. Again, I didn't look at the bloody map. A terrible weapon capable of destroying the Phasmid homeworld. However, we require antimatter. Like, I don't think the Phasmid are necessarily Varels. They speak our language. If they speak our language, there is space for communication and negotiation. Fastest route? Yeah. I want to get this done today, so fastest route. Depending on how quickly we go, I might not end at 11:30. I might just carry on going until we get to the end. It just makes sense that way, I think. How much is your weapon power now? Weapon boost 2, 138. Boost 1. Are you still both at the same weapon effectiveness? Why? What difference has boost 2 done to that weapon? It lasts longer. Okay, fair enough. That's what boost 2 has done. Fair enough, that makes sense. Go. Boost 2 is not a better boost, it just lasts longer. And now, full accuracy is 86%. Humanity seems to be determined to become the Imperium of Man. Actually, for people who know, is there any news about Stellaris Invicta Season 2? I seem to remember reading something a while back, but I'm not sure what I read. I want to get back to watching it. I want more Stellaris Invicta because that was really fun. I watched a lot of I didn't watch the streams as they were going out, but I watched like the little documentary, the little mockumentary they made afterwards. And that was really fun. I enjoyed that. And I've been keeping up a little bit more with Season 2, and I will probably watch maybe the streams for that. If not live, then definitely the VODs. The Stellaris Invicta 1 sounded really good. And, oh, the mockumentary was fantastic. Boost is back on. So it's fastest route is 4 jumps. Safest route is 5. I'm gonna go for the safest route. It's gonna be that if the difference is that big, I just might as well go for the safest route. Oh my god, really? Gunships everywhere. Oh my god. But yeah, if the number of jumps are that close, there's no real reason to go fastest route. 1 extra jump with way less fighters. Everything okay? Good, fine. If it was like 2 jumps, 3 jumps versus 5 jumps, fine. If it's 4 jumps versus 5 jumps, screw that. Yeah, I know that Antares Confederacy won. I know I had people who wanted the like the, were they vampires? Was it Kryn or something like that? The Krill? They wanted that ones to win. I had friends who voted for that one. Does this game scale nicely enough for fun progression to the landscape and the same as tutorial? Yeah, no, it doesn't change. Like if you want, this is for people who played Bomber Crew and want the same thing over and over again. More of it. It doesn't really level change, unfortunately. Right. It's one of those things that if it gets difficult, it's because you've kind of misplayed a bit. That's the truth. That's the true fact, unfortunately. If it gets difficult, it's because you've probably misplayed. Also, high swordplay. Okay, a rear shield. Basic plotting for smidgen. Wow. Fully boosted shields on the rear just recharges so quickly. Looks like a 3D FTL. I've never touched one. It's not 3D FTL. It is not a 3D FTL. Unfortunately. Using my lurker, but like, hello. Lurk less, talk more. I don't bite, promise. Biting is for tier 3 subs only. What? Let's get some kills. I can get bites. You're not a tier 3 sub. I don't have any tier 3 subs. Kill it. Kill it. Get out of here. Okay, that's what, 4 jumps left to target now? 3 jumps left to target. Okay. Going, because jump fight, jump fight, jump fight. Your recurring character. That's still not. That's still not a tier 3 sub. Recurring character isn't I will bite you tier. I haven't got an I will bite you tier on Patreon. I'm gonna regret this, aren't I? I'm gonna regret this so hard. God damn it. I can tell I'm gonna regret this. People asking too many questions. This cannot end well for me. I'll pull you 2 out now. I don't know because I don't want it to happen, that's why. Like, sometimes I think about adding like joke tiers on Patreon. But then, like, here, have £1,000 tier. It's like, and then if anyone ever for some reason, if some insane person actually ever did it, I would feel so guilty. I would feel so guilty if anyone actually, as a joke, even went for that tier. I'd go like, why are you doing this? Why are you giving me so much money that I had to get the tax man involved? Yeah, I need to get some more bit sounds. if you can think of things that are like thematic for me to use, put it in my Discord. Like go to like the sub only chat. Go to the Nemonauts chat in my Discord. It's a sub part of the Discord. If you have any ideas for like announced sounds and stuff like that, I can use. They have to be thematic, right? They have to be something that would be interesting for me, or stuff like that. I've got more ideas of what to use, but I gotta add loads. I've got to add a bunch. I'm still not eager. Yeah, that's gonna be a while though. Not gonna be too long. One more jump, two more jumps. Two more jumps. Annoyingly, boost 2 actually screws up the timing of the regeneration of the skill. Focus fire, boost. Fire, boost. Boost 2 isn't ready to fire yet. Boost it. It actually makes my life a lot harder. Oh, expensive. Ooh. Ooh, that was... Okay, Sky, you need to prepare us here. Prepare that. Repair that, even though we don't need to. This just gives you reason to stand up and exercise. Exercise is important. But back to your seat. Can you please kill the thing that's dropping mines? Those mines are annoying. We have enough radiation to deal with. Dropped even more mines. Can you kill it? Thank you. Can I actually do anything with these mines? Can I actually remove them in any way? No, they're not interactable in any way. I just gotta live with it. Kill that one, please. Move a little. Okay, I guess we're killing the drones fast enough. Yeah, that's actually. This used to be a lot worse when those drones actually took a while to kill. Now they die fairly quickly. Kill the mine layer. Kill it. Kill it with beams. Thank you. So it's not this jump, it's the next jump. So this jump here is basically where we recharge everything. It needs to get recharged. Personal Dakimakura when? Yes! Nemo Daki. I need art for that. That's the only thing stopping me is art. I need art for that. Oop. Thing's damaged. Oxygen generator's about to fail. Okay, that's actually really important. After everything we do, we still need to breathe. Although we think we all have, like, they all have environment masks, so they get a certain amount of time without oxygen. Good. Let us... Oh, attack. Go offensive. How do you art? I'm not sure. If I knew how to art, I would art myself. But I do not know how to art. You art with money, pretty much. That's how I art. I art with money. Not that I've arted much. I've arted like my channel art has been arted with money. Other than that, I've not really arted. How long have I kept this new channel art for? Has it been a while yet? I can't remember. When did I change to this new design? Was it last year? Was it March last year? I think. Yeah, the Bassnet version. So the medieval variant of the current art style doesn't look as nice, so I don't use it very much. That's the only reason. The medieval variant of this design doesn't look too nice. Oh, I've not been using it, really. Yeah, see, it doesn't look nice. I was not a huge fan of that one, so I don't use it very much. To be fair, I only really use the, for like display pics, I only really use the basic captain's hat now. Style it with a plume. Right. Release the probe, okay. Yeah, we're currently being radioactive here. Increase enemy activity, that's fantastic. Brilliant. Drop it. So we have to wait here for a certain amount of time. Oh, okay. I thought we had to pick it up again. Guess not. Really? Lame. I was expecting us to fight in a radioactive area while we're waiting for that to charge and you have to pick it up again. Apparently not. A plastic was drilling in the ear. I'm not Kaiji, thank you very much. I don't care about Phasmid tech. I don't care about Phasmid tech. I am not Kaiji. I do not require things drilling me in my ear. I'm checking my posture. The only way to make an alert sound an alert is you have to pay money for it. Which is why for something silly like a posture check, I haven't really done it. Although I guess I could like put like a stupidly low like bits cost on it. Oop. Lots of damage. Yep. We require oxygen. You live with the fear that I have scoliosis. Have no fear, I don't have scoliosis. I have lordosis instead. That's a lie, I've got both. I have both. My back is a corkscrew. Being posture checking, drinking a sip is also nice. Yes. Right. Hello, friends. Just shoot you with weapons that are deadly. That's kind of why I put posture check in there, because it is vaguely relevant. Sometimes I do slouch. I put it in there as like, I think it's one of the jokey ones that Twitch recommends you to put in. I was like, actually that's vaguely relevant to me. Yep, the lordosis and scoliosis. My back is like, yep, this is going forwards and to the sides. My lordosis is far worse than scoliosis though, which is it's far more that is far more noticeable. The scoliosis kind of is completely made redundant by the lordosis. Like you compare like how bad they are, which is why I think I say like my back is way older than I am. Like, I have like a 75-year-old's back. Unfortunately, wish that wasn't the case, but it is. Sometimes like I throw my back out and stuff like I'm like, oh my god, have I slipped a disc? No, I haven't slipped a disc, but it feels like I have. You can clack your... I can't clack my spine. That's one thing I can't do. Because I don't think my spine bends enough for me to be able to clack it properly. Or crack it. Or pop it, depending on how you want to use it. I've never used clack before. I can crack my knuckles fairly easily. I can crack my toes. I can crack my neck. What else can I crack? It's basically my hands. Like I can actually crack my left hand indefinitely. My left hand doesn't stop cracking if I don't want it to. It's not loud all the time, but it definitely I can make it crack endlessly. Wait, are spies supposed to collect? People can. I can't myself, but people can do it. My ankles, I can crack my ankles as well. My ankles, my back is horrible. My ankles are screwed. A very unpleasant situation. I'm not charging, frankly, because I can't. There you go. Be the last one anyway. I mean, I guess you can hear them, but I don't think they'll. I can definitely hear when I crack my left hand, like endlessly, but I don't think it's loud enough for. There you go. That does actually hurt after a while. Because that's not actually a proper crack, that's just me like messing with my bones. It's kind of the reasons like why, like, if they ever offer like cyber brain full body cyborg stuff from like Ghost in the Shell, I'll be the first one to go for it. My body's a decrepit mess, I'd rather get rid of it, to be honest. Crack fingers in 2 places, displace my thumb for a moment. Back, neck, shoulders, elbows and knees and spine in 4 places. Yep. Sounds unpleasant. I'm assuming this next one must be like the last mission at this point, right? We got the antimatter for the bomb, but Christ knows when we're supposed to be picking that up. Yeah, did I go the right way? Okay, there's still one more jump. We'll do a stealth jump out of this one. Stealth jump out of this one. Boost, fire boost. 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 I'm gonna change my knees the moment they're good cybernetic knees. Yeah, I do wonder about that from a like a transhumanist perspective. Like, how good do prosthetics need to become before it's actually like preferable to just switch it? I don't even need to go stealth, do I? Just sit here and tank this for 16 seconds. Before it's preferable to just, even if you have a healthy knee, just replace it with a bionic one. Yeah. Do I get to hyperdrive through this thing? See ya, buddy. That was a Star Wars, that was. Yeah, better than Flesh, but like, how much better than Flesh? Like, if you manage to get a fully functioning prosthetic that, because like we're not gonna get prosthetic with like nerve and like feelings and for a long time because of the relative sizes of things. And one thing the human body has done ridiculously well is make it so that it's condensed impressive like sensory apparatus into something very, very small. Like, we have an entire sense based on numerous hundreds of nerves near the skin to sense pressure, and you're not going to get anything anywhere near that effective for a long time. Am I doing the railgun swap? Really? I can probably. I mean, I could go for that at this point. There's no reason to do that. Let's go for. Let's go massive. Did I just go mass beams at the end? Is this the last mission? Destroy. Yeah, this must be the last mission. I wonder why there's money then. This is it. Our only chance to eliminate the Phasmid threat and save Earth from being invaded and conquered. Delivered bomb close to the Phasmid homeworld and then defend the sector until it detonates. Upgrade armors. My armor's max upgraded. Like, there's nothing else to be put in. My armor is all max. My shield is as good as it's gonna get. My gravity generator is maxed. That's maxed out. That's maxed out. That's maxed out. Engines are maxed out. I guess you can have escape pods now. Fine. Have your escape pods. If anything happens, 2 people die. If anything happens, 2 of you die. Anyway, let's destroy the swim world and hopefully it be the end of the game. I guess we can have escape. There's literally nothing else to put in the ship. I guess we can have escape pods now. Same shenanigans as before. Again, didn't check the map, but I guess we know how far the jump is because we went there last time. 5 via the fastest route, 6 via the slowest route, so let's go slow. Frankly, I can't be bothered. Massive intense fights right now. Massive intense fights are not really for me. Like, they're fun for a while, but then they just get boring. I guess, like, you never really... Like, you always fought things in Bomber Crew, but because there wasn't this massive jump gate cut every time, it felt less arbitrary. Oh, it felt less repetitive because you weren't jump through a gate, get attacked, jump through a gate, get attacked, jump through a gate, get attacked. It was always like there was no there was no, what's the phrase I'm going to use for this? Like difference, you know. It was continuous. You were flying around, and occasionally you got intercepted by fighters. Whereas you're in a small, limited space, and you always get attacked by something. Yeah, apparently not yet. The official kamikaze policy of the suit has been rescinded, starting with the suicide mission. Yes, this is the mission where you're probably going to die, so might as well take some escape pods. But not enough escape pods for everybody. Just enough for 5 of you, so... And basically, who gets to suck up to me more is the one who gets to survive at the end. Fear of death keeps the crew motivated after all. What's the whole thing? Like, if you leave someone nowhere to run, they will fight harder because they've got nothing to lose. That's like, I'm sure there's a Sun Tzu saying for that. It feels like there's a Sun Tzu saying for that. Cornered animal fights hardest or whatever it is. Do we have an antimatter bomb? We got an antimatter bomb that looks like a football. Appropriate, I guess. Four jumps left. Okay, we can pop these now. It'll be recharged by the time we get out of this. See you, Morton. Have a good one. Thanks for hopping by. Here you go, that's the one. Throw your positions into position with instant escape and we'll prepare death to fight. Death to flight, yeah, that's the one. I knew there was Sun Tzu. It's been a long time since I've read The Art of War, to be honest. In as much as you can read The Art of War, it's just a collection of sayings. So it's not really, you're not really reading The Art of War. You're just like looking for the relevant. Like the list of sayings one after the other is actually less helpful than like a book that has them in context. As in, like, I want to find a saying that relates to this concept. Like, okay, that's easier rather than just reading one after the other. Because they're all valid, it's just really weird and they're not really that helpful if you just read one after the other one. Like Marcus Resident. I have not read Meditations. I have not read Meditations. Clear void. I'm just jumping. Cool. I'll take it. I'll take a free system. Machiavelli's The Prince, you mean? I haven't actually read The Prince. My mum has read The Prince. I haven't read The Prince. Not the whole Prince. I think I've read bits of The Prince. Like, oh, the quotes for The Prince. Like, okay, that I've read, but not in and of itself. How far are we? We are 2 jumps away. Okay. We're 2 jumps away. I'm okay with doing this. Also written out for War Book. Advocated for proto-conscription as opposed to mercenary. Okay, did not know that. Fair enough. Who needs to repair anything? Who needs to repair O2? It'll probably be Hairflex. Once Hairflex's things time out. I want to see what happens if that breaks. Is there any like reflection of our actual oxygen capacity? Because we all got environment masks. I'm actually gonna let it break just to see what happens. There you go. If it runs out, does people just take damage or not? You know what? I can't be bothered to wait that long. If it was gonna break quicker, I'd actually do it. But if it's gonna take that long to break, maybe it can't be because oxygen can actually vary depending on the person. This is weird. The ship breaking would take too long. So I don't particularly care. His reasoning was that the conscript system will eventually beat mercenary skill. Fair enough. That's making assumptions of mercenaries, isn't it, though? And conscripts, to be fair. Can you get that guy away from top of his place? Eric, can you just kill it? Yep. They don't swap sides usually. Then again, if you have people fighting who don't want to be fighting, are they really fighting to the best of their abilities? U.D.F star. Phasmids. I'm going to keep the fast jump charge in case I need to run out of Phasmids very quickly. That's the trick here. I'm going to keep that in case I need to flee Phasmids fast. Almost back online. Call of support in Phasmids. A lot of radiation mines right now. Shields are still holding. Thankfully. Boost Mark 2, Boost Mark 2. I haven't found the last ace. The ace that's in the heavy fighter. Still hasn't done. We haven't actually encountered them yet. Well, now that I've opened my big mouth. Hey, Beric has to shoot something. Beric! Hey! Enjoy, buddy. Wreck him. It's like Barrick's like, other job. It's just, never mind. Done it? Okay, cool. That was quick. That's what the unmotivated come to motivate them. Having unmotivated conscripts and motivating them is kind of the same. It's a similar like logistical challenge to why would you ever hire mercenaries that are famed for switching sides? This was actually relevant in like the BattleTech book I was reading, where like they're like the mercenary companies are like, but like the contract is everything. Because if you break our contract, no one will hire us ever again because we'll be known as a mercenary company that breaks their contract. All right, hey Phasmidia, let's go. Bomb release point. Let's go over there. The second enemies arrive again. Once announces fire support, cruiser support. Focus fire boost, focus fire boost, focus fire boost, boost. Unfortunately, it's kind of a mess here, although we have to. This will have to be Barrick. Well, closing to the position. Someone needs to go there and drop the... I guess it'll be Barrick. Focus fire will be almost over by the time we get there. Okay, someone needs to go eject that. Actually, her flex is about to run out as well. Let's go drop that bomb out. Kind of been your job. Your side job. Get us in the bomb. Cool. Now wait for the bomb to arm. A minute. Go for defensive. Bomb is arming. Why we put an antimatter bomb like this far from the planet? Stand. Three seconds. Boost just ran out. Inspirational speech time. Things reload quickly. 6 seconds. 3, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Am I leaving now? No, it just goes. Should I really be in the same sector for this? Achievement unlocked to Bomber Crew. Yeah, we are monsters. Wow, we MD'd that. We literally MD'd that. It's a battle moon! That's no moon, it's the Phasmid Queen! She's opening a wormhole to Earth. Oh, come on, is there still more? Please don't let there be more. RT, oh, there might be one more mission after this. Let's get home. Get home, please. Just go home. Hopefully there's not going to be any more fights along the way, please. Jumps 5 to 6. Well, we'll find out now if there's going to be any more jumps. Okay, no. Jump. It's a magical moment. Okay, so far, no enemies. I guess we get back to the station and jump back to Earth and see what happens. Gravity gen about to fail. Cool. Care about gravity gen. Charge. Jump. I guess that's why we get money, because this is enemies incoming. There's still bloody enemies. Of course, there's still bloody enemies. How many jumps do you have left? 3 jumps. You know what? Screw it. We're doing the stupid thing. I'm just gonna jump. I'm gonna force jump everything. I'm gonna force jump every little thing. How long is the charge gonna take? One minute and 6, okay. Minute 50. Minute 19. Over a minute. 43 seconds. Ah, more spawned in again. Bloody hell. 6 seconds. Those mines actually can't hurt us because we're just sitting here. Ironically, that mining ship is actually useless. Because you're not moving forward. There you go, jump. Get out of here. There's 2 jumps left. Fast jump charge. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out. Right, last one. No fighters incoming so far. Earth quickly and hopefully finish the game. Now. Funny. Warriors are known because Warrior arrived last. Warrior's the only person who's not hit level 12 in everything. I was not got that. The Phasmid Queen has travelled by wormhole to Earth's solar system. I guess there's no messing around now. Please tell me there's only one mission left. Athena Station will follow to destroy the Phasmid Queen and defend Earth. Okay, one mission. Come on. Let's finish the game. 21 out of 30 achievements. What's it looking like right now? Charge wormhole drives, go. The achievements are repair the reactor after it's gone subcritical, be torn apart by a wormhole, complete the campaign, abandon the ship, Critical reaction. Bittersweet success. Kill them all. Kill all 8 enemy champions. How slow do you have to be to and abhor a vacuum? Extinguish 50 fires by decompressing the ship. Okay, we've arrived. Let's stop the Phasmid Queen. Time to rest around, do we? No. Mission time. Save. I love that you have time for this. Why do you even have time to do other missions? All we need to do is save the Earth. Well. Let's go, I guess. Alright, go get John, Hairflex, go get. Why is the Phasmid a Tyranid warrior? Good question. Well, the Phasmid is like a moon. Go to the Sol Corona. There. Charge. Oh god, okay. Incoming mothership immediately. Optional, destroy the motherships. Takes out before we reach Earth, okay. In that case. Kill all the things, please. I'd love let's go, come on. Actually, fine, we'll call support as well. We'll call some support here as well. Kill the mothership. Kill it. Generators down. There's still 3 generators at the top and 1 at the bottom. Oh, they killed. There's 1 at the bottom still. Let's go over that way. Shoot, there you go. Uh, 8. Kill that one. Ow. Good down. Go below. Go for that one. Three. Ah. There's the front one because I can't. There's the shield in front of the radiator getting in the way. Radiator reactor. The shield's back up. Get the generator. Right. Hit the bloody thing. Almost dead. Come on, kill it. Those railgun shots into the hull. They're good for it. Good. Dead. Go next place. Here. Come on. Rook. Get some heal. Get some heal time while we can. Charge. Okay. Asteroid belt Epsilon, warning asteroids. For Jupiter. Whoa. Well, is that the... Oh, that's literally her in the distance. Oh, that's Jupiter, of course. We're going to Europa right now. I'm actually going to fast jump charge this, I think. I might just fast jump charge this one. Like, I get, we have all our skills. Warrior, just go heal up. We'll fast jump charge this. Kosk. Fast jump charge, charge. Rook, can we stealth mode at the same time? You don't even need stealth mode, just go back to the gun. Not even getting past our shields right now. Right. Let's go see this one ugly mother. And the freighter. Okay. Oh, hi. Fire focus, fire focus, fire focus, fire focus, fire focus, fire focus, fire. Fire focus, fire, boost, 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 boost. Wait for the freighter to deploy its cargo. Okay. Deploy the cargo, freighter. At the moment we're just kind of following you. You know what? We're not going to move, we're just going to actually take defensive positions. Okay, you deployed it. I haven't got... Now what? Jesus. You deployed it. What's next? Clear the enemies, navigate to the Phasmid Queen. Okay. Oh, it's just a jump. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. We'll clear the enemies. Clear enemies. We're actually going to pop. We're going to... Wait, that's done. That's done. Pop inspirational speech now. Patrol. And... attack position while we wait for that to go. Your own. Kill it. Let's. Everything's back. You're back. You're back. You're back. You're back. That's back. We're clear, surely. We're clear, right? There you go. Jump. This will be a one-way ticket for those who stay on board. Humankind will be forever in your debt. Well. Start drawing sticks now because only 5 of you get to live. Use the jump gate to get inside the Queen, then activate your self-destruct. It's your only hope. Well. I guess what I could have done is use my money to get more things. I guess not. Okay. Activate self-destruct then. Engineer? Oh! I actually didn't use the I didn't use the escape pods. Everybody died. Oh well. Everybody died. Everyone sacrifices themselves and nobody lives. Oh well. The entire team dies because I didn't use my thing at that point. I guess one person needed to die because one person needed to pilot the ship across. Everyone's KIA. The entirety of the is it Uchu Jorin Pro Ranger team is dead. And that's Space Crew. Starting to recruit Kuznetsov, Martin, Kuznetsov, Herrera. Well, most of these people stay alive. Because at this point, people changed names at this point. Yeah, then the names changed. Oscar, McCosk, Sky, JC, Fallen Shogun, and Beric. And that's kind of cool. We actually see what they were equipped at the time. Wow, then at that point was the point we swapped. Really? No, okay, so this is not all the missions. This is just like a glimpse of the missions. At that point, we already had still railguns at the front, beams at the side. No, that's still missiles at the side. First Phasmid Nebula Explorers, that's still missiles. That's probably beams at that point, I think. That stuff we did today. Vorb, at that point, we definitely got beams. Excellent, yeah. There you go. There's the beams. Definitely got those. And saved Earth. You say died with honor. I was just an idiot and just didn't get people out with the escape pods. But that's Space Crew. Done in 4 streams. So, what? 12 hours worth? Which is longer than I thought it was going to be, to be honest. I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't on stream. I think just having people to talk to in chat was just far more amusing than playing the game by myself. It does get better after the beginning. I think after... The moment the game actually became interesting was the moment we met our first mothership. And I was like, okay, this actually has more to it than just fighting little fighters all the time. The mothership was the first, like, okay, this is interesting. It's actually a challenge fight. And if we hadn't met the mothership at the end of the first stream, I would not have carried on with it. So that mothership came at the right time, I think. I do remember that when the game was, before it launched, the embargo was things like don't show things after the Phasmid Nebula, which I think, I guess, would have hurt the game. But that was Space Crew. On Friday, we'll be back with more Stirring Abyss, Cthulhu XCOM. There you go. Earth is saved now. Yeah, Earth is saved, and they're all holographic because they all died. Phasmid that defeated. Humankind saved. And yeah, so Friday will be Stirring Abyss again, and then Saturday will be Halloween, and I'll do Resident Evil 3. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining me, and we'll see if we can raid somebody now.